Hi, we downloaded Ubuntu 10.10 yesterday, the Alpha one. So we're running on a virtual machine. So we're going to show you a couple of virtual machines. Okay. So the first one is VirtualBox. So just type that in on Google, and you'll see it here, VirtualBox. And you can see on the left here, downloads. And there's downloads for Windows and there's downloads for Linux. So they're the Windows hosts here. Just click on this, and it's an exe file, so it'll run on Windows 7 XP Vista. So we won't save that file, but you just double click on that on your Windows and install it. And we have the one here for Linux hosts, and at the moment we're using Ubuntu 10.04, so we'll be downloading the 386, that's a 32-bit version, and you've got the 64-bit version here as well. So again, just click on that, and it'll open with your GDebi package installer. So that's the VirtualBox. The other one then is VMware Player. Okay, so just type that in on Google, and what I typed in was VMware Player Ubuntu. And now I'm already logged in here, so you have to give me your email address and a password so you can log in to download the virtual machine. And you can see here you have a couple of different types. You have one here for Windows, it's a 32-bit and a 64-bit for Windows. It'll run on any Windows system. And then you've got the 32-bit for Linux and the 64-bit for Linux. So you can use either VMware or VirtualBox so to run your Ubuntu 10.10 if you're thinking about downloading it. So we can X this off now, and X this off. And the VirtualBox we can X this off. And we'll just minimize this for a second. And we'll open the Google again, and we'll just type in Ubuntu 10.10 download. Enter, and you can see here the Ubuntu 10.10 Maverick Meerkat Alpha 1, and just here select an image, and in my case it's just a standard image there, and that's an ISO file, so we can save that. And at the moment we already have it downloaded, so I'll X that off, clear list, and X this off. Okay, back a page there. So it said Ubuntu 10.10 download. Now we have VMware Player running here with the Ubuntu 10.10, and we're just going to log in. And we'll just give it a second now to load up. And you can see you can maximize this here. We'll just give it a sec now to load up the menus. Okay, and we can maximize there to full screen now. And you can see some of these icons have moved over, so you can right click on them and right click again and just move them back over. And again, untick the lock to panel. Whoops, there we go. And move them over here. And move this. Now this is your volume control here. So we'll just go left click on it, and we go sound preferences. And we'll just bring up the volume a bit. Now I'm going to right click on my panel here, make it slightly bigger. And the same at the bottom panel, properties, make it slightly bigger. And we're going to right click here now and to change desktop background, and we're going to make the fonts a bit bigger here, so you can see it's application font, so we'll change that to 13, and the desktop font we'll change that to 12. Now that's all a bit clearer to see. So the first thing is basically the same as the Ubuntu 10.10. Games here, graphics, internet, office, sound and video. So much the same as 10.10. Now what I have noticed is the Ubuntu Software Center has changed. So we'll just click on that now, and we'll bring it over here, and we'll make it a bit bigger. and you can see there's 33,000 items available. But you can see here you have a history tab here now, so the history is just telling you what software you've installed lately. The installed software then tells you what software is already installed. We'll just bring this out a bit. And you've got canonical partners here, and you've got software by Ubuntu here. So we'll wait that now for the load. And I said if you do download the VMware player or the VirtualBox for your Windows or Linux machine and install it, as I said, you do no harm to your computer. We're just running on a virtual machine, so if you do make any mistakes, it makes no odds. So here, click and get software again. Now we'll minimize that. So places are much the same: home folder, music, pictures, videos, downloads, my computer, network, and just click on my computer there, and you can see a CD drive, floppy drive, and the file system. It's fairly straightforward stuff. And we'll go into preferences now, and we'll, as I said, if you're installing with VMware, go into your monitor, and you can change your resolution here. Okay, I have it 1680 by 1050. I'm using a 20-inch widescreen Acer P223W. So we'll just close that. We'll go into preferences again, and we'll go into the administration, and we'll go into the update manager. Now we'll minimize this for a second. Now I'm back again. So you can see it was updated 9 hours ago, so we can go click on the check here, see if there's any updates. Put in your password. You can see it's downloading packages there now, and you can click on the details tab. And you can see that the update manager has slightly changed as well. It's become more friendly, you know. So we'll just see, can we back into system here again now, administration, and we'll go into the system monitor. This is your what you call on here, your trash. So I can unlock that and right click and can move it. No. And you can right click on it again to lock it. Now this is your system monitor here. So we're using 445 megabytes of memory. Don't forget it's an alpha version. And you can see it's the Maverick 1010 26345 kernel. Anybody from Linux watching it. So again, we can X this off, and you see the update manager is reading package lists there now. So basically it's more or less the same as the 1004. There's a few little changes in it. It's always worth to try it on a virtual machine, VMware or VirtualBox, even on your Windows or your Linux. And we have a few updates here now, so we'll install them later. So we'll close that now. We'll minimize the virtual machine again, and I must mention John O'Bacon. He's the Ubuntu Community Manager. And we'll just go back a second. And you can see he has done a video there on At Home with John O'Bacon. And you can see there's a live recording of him there, and it just mentions about the Ubuntu 1010. Maverick meerkat, and it's a streaming video there, so you can watch it. Okay, that's about it. The Ubuntu 1010 Alpha 1 officially released. Thanks for watching.